So when I was a kid, I was told I was way too imaginative and too sensitive. And really what was happening was there were ghosts all around me. I didn't learn this until much later on when they started showing up at the end of my bed with blood dripping down their face, and they started locking me in rooms. And what started out as something that literally scared the shit out of me ended up being the greatest gift of my life. I'm Marilyn Alauria, psychic medium and teacher, creator of Membership for Your Soul and Soul Finder Academy. And I believe that everyone is gifted and the universe is constantly communicating to us every single moment of every day. Whether it's through your dreams or something someone says or the symbols you see outside your window, there is information there that's telling you where to go, what to do, and who to talk to. And I want to take you on a journey to your soul. But here's the thing. This is not going to be your usual flowery unicorn riding bullshit, because that's not how I operate. I'm extremely practical, down to earth, and I say what's on my mind. I'm known to be funny, and I can definitely weave a tale or two. I personally love learning through other people's stories, and I'm hoping to do the same for you. My goal is to tell you a story and teach you what I've learned and give you a technique or tool to try in your own life. Now, I have to be honest with you because I listened to a lot of trailers before I recorded this one. And some were so flowery and sales pitchy that I literally wanted to puke. Others were so amazing that it scared the shit out of me. And I was like, how the heck am I going to live up to that? But I deal in truth, transparency, and honesty. And that's what I'm going to deliver to you in this podcast. So if you like what you're hearing so far, share it and subscribe. I can promise you this. I'm going to do my best to entertain you and empower you to live your best life yet. I want to tell you a little story behind the title of this podcast. Who Can It Be Now came from the Men at Work song. And if you don't know that song, go listen to it. I love it. The thing is, those lyrics describe exactly what happened to me when the shit hit the fan and the ghosts started visiting me, shaking my bed, turning on electronics, knocking on doors, suspended voices coming from thin air, locking me in rooms, and so much more. And eventually when I learned how to work with them, they took me on this magical, crazy, fun journey called my life. And I want to share some of these stories with you. Like the famous Hollywood actor who was murdered and the wrong person was convicted. And I know who the real murderer is. Or the son who came to me and didn't even know his biological father existed and where he lived. And I gave him the name and the location, and they did a DNA test to prove the connection. Or there was another man, deceased father, who came through to me and told his daughter he was with Frank. And she didn't know who Frank was, but she checked with the mother. And Frank was his best friend in the army, and he always felt responsible for his death. These stories and so much more are what shaped me to who I am today. But here's the biggest thing I've learned. It's how much I love teaching people that they too possess gifts. And those gifts are the keys to unlock the wisdom in their soul. I don't care how old you are. I don't care where you are in your life. You have gifts. Whether it's empathic ability, clairvoyancy, clairaudience, or all of the above. And these gifts can help you get to the answers to the questions that you have. That's what makes this life worth living. So I look forward to sharing all these stories with you, the tools and the techniques that my guides constantly teach me. And I'm going to be interviewing people who share their journey with me and their tools and techniques. Who can it be now? I don't know. Let's open the door and see.